Good morning, everybody. Wish you all a very happy Makar Sankranti. This is Indrajit Pal from Origo e-Mandi Research. Today, I'll be presenting a PPT on wheat demand, supply, price trend analysis. So, to begin with, a price overview on wheat. Like wheat prices, we have seen it has traded mostly flat to firm over the previous day due to lower arrivals and lesser availability of good quality wheat. We have seen wheat prices have moved like from 1.04% to 2.5% in Rajkot and Kota locations, wherein in Delhi, Indore, and Kanpur it has remained flat. However, if we see the prices from month to date this year, it has moved from 1.12% to 2.3%. Like it has moved in all the locations. However, if we see a move like the price movement from the last quarter, it has moved by around 3.5% to 6.28%. And if we see the prices movement compared to 2021, the prices have moved by around in the range of 17.3% to 24%. And our outlook says that prices would remain strong for the coming days. Given the lean season of wheat, lower arrivals in the mandis, and the lesser availability of good quality wheat and the demand from the millers. These all factors would support the prices in the coming days. Here I will be discussing about the key factors which may impact the wheat market. Wheat acreages declined by 1.72% year-on-year basis. As of 7 Jan 2022, wheat sowing is completed on 333.9 lakh hectares, which is down by 1.72% year-on-year basis. Sowing is completed on 95% of the targeted area. Sowing is almost completed across the major wheat producing states of Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, and Madhya Pradesh. Beneficial weather leading to better crop prospects. We have seen rains in the past week across the major wheat producing belt of northern India, and it remained beneficial for the crop growth. And we also expect that despite a slight decline in acreages, wheat production is expected to remain at par or above than previous year level due to the improvement on yields, as the weather remains quite beneficial to date. Thin arrivals. Wheat arrivals have declined by around 6.4% over the previous week at 1.3 lakh metric tons. Wheat open market sale from April 2021 to 5th Jan 2022 was 6.43 million metric tons versus 1.2 million metric tons last year. We have seen tremendous growth in the wheat open market sale this year. Government wheat distribution under all schemes from April 2021 to November 2021 was 32.24 million metric tons versus 26.6 million metric tons last year. Meanwhile, wheat distribution under PMGKY, that is Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana, from the period of May 2021 to November 21 was around 12.9 million metric ton versus 10.36 million metric tons last year. This scheme is extended till March 22, wherein another 7.3 million metric ton is allocated from the period of December 21 to March 22. Government wheat and stocks in 21 and 22 is estimated at 21.72 MMT, which is down by around 20% year over year. Last year, the number was 27.3 MMT. Rack movement. Wheat movement by racks during 1st Jan to 10th Jan was around 67,800 metric tons, out of which 23,450 metric tons moved to Mundra and Kandla port. 2,500 tons moved to Bangladesh, 33,450 tons moved to South Indian states like Karnataka, Tamil Nadu. Exports. Wheat exports for the ongoing year is estimated at 6 MMT, up by 134% year on year. Total exports from April to December 21 was 4.65 MMT. Exports are likely to touch 6 MMT if the similar pace continues. Major export destinations were Bangladesh, wherein we exported around 2.7 MMT. Southeast Asia, we exported around 0.6 MMT. Middle East, we exported 0.6 MMT. Sri Lanka, we exported 0.42 MMT. And Nepal, we exported 0.2 MMT. Now I will be discussing, showing you a detailed chart on the crop sowing area, followed by Indian wheat balance sheet. So in this table, wheat sowing report as on 7 Jan 2022, we have seen the acreages this year had declined by around 2% on a round figure. And the major declines we have seen from the major growing states of wheat, like say Uttar Pradesh, we have seen a decline of 3% in the wheat acreages. MP, we have seen around 1% in the wheat acreages downside. Punjab, 1%. However, in Rajasthan, we have seen a 7% increment in the wheat acreages. Haryana, we have seen a 5% decline in the acreages. Bihar, we have seen 3% increment in the acreages. Maharashtra is again downside by 12%. Gujarat is also down by 7%. Now in the table 1.2, I am showing India wheat supply and demand estimates. So in the year 21-22, we have started with an opening stock of 27.78 MMT. Our production in 2021 and 22 was 109.52 MMT. We have seen zero imports there as our production was quite good in 21-22. Total supply, which is a addition of opening stock, production and imports, is 137.3 MMT. We have seen a very good export this year, and export numbers are estimated at 6 MMT. However, till from October 21 to December 21, we have seen exports of around 4.65 MMT, and we are expecting the remaining tons to be imported in these 3 months, January, February, and March 2022. In the feed consumption side, we have seen an increment in 21-22 by 7.7%, and the absolute number is around 7 MMT. FSI consumption is around 99.25, which is again increased by 3.7%. And total domestic consumption, which is inclusive of feed consumption and FSI consumption, is around 106.25, and it increased by 3.9% year over year. Total demand is 112.25 MMT, which again increased by 7.1%. Now the ending stocks after subtract total demand from the total supply is around 25.05 MMT, which is again down by around 9.8%. This is because government has distributed a lot of wheat in the open market under various schemes, say PMGKY and the regular PDS schemes, welfare schemes, and the open market sale schemes. That's why this year the supply was higher in the open market. Vis-a-vis, the demand has also increased this year. The stock to use ratio is around 22.3%, which has also declined from previous year. In this slide, I will be discussing the market centimeters of wheat in 2 locations. Like in graph 1.1, where we are showing wheat Delhi location. Wheat Delhi, it has closed in the previous day at a price of 2200, and we are expecting the prices in the coming days to be in the range of 2160 to 22300 on the upper side. For wheat Kanpur, the previous close was 2038 per quintal, And the range for the coming days we are showing on the lower side is 2034 per quintal, on the upper side is 2044 per quintal. So in both the two markets like Delhi, Kanpur, the prices are likely to remain bullish for the coming days. This is the price charts of wheat Delhi and wheat Kanpur. In graph 1.3, we are showing wheat Delhi. The prices are above 5-day DMA, 20 days DMA, and 40 DMA, which is a strong indicator that prices would remain strong in the coming days. Similarly, in graph 1.4, wheat Kanpur, the prices remain above 5 DMA, 20 DMA, and 40 DMA, even 100 DMA, which is a strong indicator that prices will remain bullish in the coming days. In this slide, I'll be showing the seasonality. Graph 1.7 is the seasonality of wheat daily prices, and graph 1.8 is the seasonality of wheat Kanpur prices. Wheat seasonality of daily prices. What we have seen in both the locations of Delhi and Kanpur, the prices tend to remain weak traditionally during February to April period. However, for the rest of the year, prices remain on a positive trend, and during this time like April, the fresh crop or the new crop arrival starts, so there is arrival pressure in the market, due to which the prices tends to come down or it gets weaker. However, from May onwards, the prices tend to remain positive as and when the government procurement starts and the private buyings are also on pace, and there is quite good demand in the market. So prices remain on a positive trajectory for the remaining of the year in both the two locations. Here is a detailed disclaimer as shown in this slide. And as per the disclaimer, this is our personal view on the commodities and it should not be taken as a recommendation. Thank you for watching the video. Have a nice day.